Ta-da! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
How you doing?
Yay! Oh, it's Mr. Bones says open the curtains. No doubt about that, man. It's time to open the fucking curtains. There he is. Have Cheetah will view hero. And that just proves one thing right here, right now. A hero is more than a sandwich.
Yeah, this guy right here, buddy.
Now, if you if you had really wanted to fuck my world up, and I'm sort of glad I didn't say this because I know you well enough now, because you would have fucked my world up. You would have came with a shirt that said Bear Claw on it. Dude, I would have been dead. I would have been dead.
That's Moses. Moses got to make that. I'm the hero. He's got to make the Bear Claw. That what gave him his identity was that Bear Claw I ate.
Dude, he's got to run with that because that was fucking hilarious.
Well, dude, I'm going to be bringing that back. I literally he's got a whole new character that I'm going to start with here pretty soon.
Welcome to 8 Questions with. As you can see, we brought back the mighty Mike Ferguson. He is here with us today, and as so as a lot of our friends are coming in. Hi, Darian. Magnificent Germany with Darian. He's come by to say hello.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, man. That last time you and I talked, wow, just crazy busy you've been. It's been insane. You blew up on the tube.
Yeah, it's weird. I started working for all these YouTubers.
Oh,
Ryan Prunty, I want to say that whole team over there, they really changed the arc of my career. It was already changing, but they've really pushed it. Ryan Prunty, Team RAR, they really pushed it in a great arc.
You know what? I'll have to say this about Ryan. I mean, I watched a lot of the videos that you've done for him.
Yeah.
They're fucking hilarious. Okay. Yeah. I'm 57 years old and I'm laughing at it. I think it's really cute. It's really charming. It's wholesome. It's wholesome.
Yeah.
Which I really do appreciate. You know, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Super creative. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest thing that I notice is that you are fucking hilarious. You are a physical comedian.
Dude, yeah, man. Look, why I'm funny is because I'm in a lot of pain all the time. Look, I want to say thank you. Like recently, guys, I was going through a really hard time through the holidays. I reached out to him and he helped pull me out of my hole.
Good.
And I was crying at like 5 a.m. in my car.
Sure.
And I want to say thank you.
Oh,
make me sound like a wingnut, but you know, I just want to say thank you, man.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. You know, we're all here for you, man. You're like a brother to me, man. Since I had you on the show, I got the other trio. I got the trio in, right? You just see that. I got the trio. I got Josh, and I got Mikey Markov.
Yeah.
Then I got Josh maybe from Rogue Origins.
Yeah.
So super cool, man. Just you know. But I'm glad to see you back in the action hero mode. We're talking about Amityville Uprising.
Yeah.
You know how cool it was? Cool as hell, Mike. I'm sitting there and watching the trailer. I'm watching the damn trailer, and all of a sudden they start mentioning the actors, and I'm going like Michael Ferguson, and going, oh hell yeah, that's my boy right there. He got himself on the trailer.
You know, no. See, here's the thing: is I didn't even know that was going to happen until the trailer dropped. The executive producer had hit me up about 2 weeks prior. It was like, Mike, how's your name? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's Mike Ferguson. You should have written that on your contract because it's now Michael Ferguson. I was like, cool, thanks. I had no idea what he was talking about. I had seen the teaser for the poster that it might be that. And then when I saw it was the actual poster, it just floored me. You know, the poster, it floored me. You know, Tom Churchill was the one behind that shot. Like he stopped everything and took this picture, and it was so iconic looking. And they ended up making the poster of the movie.
Oh, you're talking about Mikey has had a little bit of heart pain, and you also have a little physical pain. Darren mentions here he can understand being the pain thing for sure. He's got he uses humor with his back pain. You got a little bit of pain going on with your eyes, so let's talk about that.
So listen, I'll let everybody know what's going on. It's I'm gonna just go out there. I didn't know if you're gonna ask me this or not, but After 20 some odd years, I'm getting divorced. I've tried to work it out. I've talked to you about it. She's the light of my life. I love her with all my heart, but we're never going to be together. There's no way to fix that. It just is what it is. We had a good run. So that's been Mike calling him at such and such in the morning. I love her so much. After the holidays. Thanks, bud. And but I just got my face, the laser removal done. So this is the segue into that, is because my wife's name's above my eye. And I don't think it's a great look to constantly look in the mirror and be reminded of her that whatever. So, new year, new me. I went and got laser removal today on all of these, the ones next to my ears as well. I'm talking about doing my chin now.
All right. Now, that sure didn't tickle, right? Because you're also, not only are you a professional actor, but you're also a professional tattoo artist. Very much in demand tattoo artist. So you knew what to expect. What's easier? Is it easier to get a tattoo? Is it more painful to get a tattoo or to get one removed?
Removal's about 100 times more painful.
Oh God!
It's literally a burning. It's a laser breaking up the particles of ink below the skin, in between the dermis. It's terrible. I've got a hot pocket that I'm using as an ice pack because I don't have any ice here.
Oh.
And I went grocery shopping earlier, and I'm like, oh, I love Hot Pockets. So I bought some Hot Pockets. I'm like, oh, they'll be great relief on this eye.
Quick, rotate us so we can see the Hot Pocket name, so we get some product placement going on here.
They got to request it. They'll take it for free every time, but they have to request it for us to get paid.
Yeah, we're a damn Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, the people you meet, you make your own family. I mean, really, that's how it goes. Is we have a love for a film, and we used to be in the music industry, and I'm thinking about buying a cat. Like literally, I almost stopped at the shelter today to go pick up a cat.
Well, I have been doing some subliminal messaging to you the last 3 or 4 months.
I know. I saw you send me all these cat videos. I'm just like, okay. Like I'm driving by the shelter today. I had to go COVID test for a commercial I'm doing tomorrow. SAG commercial national.
Nice.
And so I had to go COVID test. I'm driving by the shelter. I'm like, this is a wrong time to do this, Mike. Wrong time to do this. I was going to whip in. I'm like, I got an hour before I have to COVID test. But it'd be my luck. Is I would stroll across or whatever. I just had a bad feeling about it. So I'm like, I'll wait till next week.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, it'd be a good thing to have something at home. With your day's worth of work, you come home and the house isn't empty. And that's the thing. I mean, you don't want to come home to just nothing. You want to come home to somebody who's actually glad to see you.
Yeah. Feed me or change my litter, motherfucker. Sure, I got you.
Oh yeah, I already got the cheetah. He already came by and cruised by already, so I know that means he wants treats later on. Of course, he has to wait a couple hours, but he'll get it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at in my life. Is I want it. I'm very busy with acting, like ridiculous. I've got a pilot I'm doing with Rick Thorne. It's called Run Boys. I'm a strong lead support. I'm lead. Fuck it. I'll say it. I'm a lead in it. It's a really, really, really good role.
Is this your first pilot season, Michael?
No, I did. It's not my first pilot season. I did a pilot for a kids show with Brent Rivera. So with this whole YouTube thing, is I've been working with these influencers for a while. I did a pilot with Brent Rivera. He's got 14 million on Instagram or YouTube or one of those. Very famous and rich just from social media. But he's also, he uses a lot of energy. Look, social media is work. And literally what they're doing at the level these guys are doing it, there's brands going behind them. Literally Mattel, Old Spice. They're all behind this now. There's so much money in YouTube, social media, and everything. Look, I get paid on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Wow! Congratulations.
Yeah. It's not paying my rent right now, but pretty close.
Yeah, and that's actually think about that. if you're making that money and you're working in, say, like Georgia, you'd be making some coin. LA, you're barely breaking even.
But that's not the point. It was for me, social media to blow up on that wasn't the point. It was to be able to continue to create art.
I think so too. Because, like I said, I mean, the one thing, I mean, because when I heard when you started sending me the stuff from Ryan, I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, okay, it's just it's YouTube, it's kids stuff. It's like the what's that one like the Logan Pauls or whatever it is.
This is different.
But I went over there and I looked at it. I said, okay, let me go over there because I saw the most dangerous the bounty hunter and everything else. And then
the most dangerous criminal was Robert Payne.
Then I saw the Bear Claw clip, and that made me laugh. Yeah. And then I started watching it, and sure enough, I'm just thinking I'm watching this, and not only are you now. Before you were just like you're like a main character of the show now. I mean.
Yeah. I hope that continues, but it may or may not. I've been working for another kid recently, which you didn't know about, was Topper Gill. And he's a 19-year-old kid, and it was made me sick at first, you know what I'm saying? Because he was literally stealing chunks of their show. And I'm like, yo, I hit up Ryan before everything. When I started working with this kid, he's like, he wants me as the hunter, which I developed this character before Ryan and just brought it in. And then I made tweaks as they asked me to, you know what I'm saying? And but I was bringing this guy as me, and then Ryan's like, yeah, make it. They all were like, cool. And then I started saying, yo, he's stealing chunks, or he's not stealing chunks. He's doing his own version of shit. And they're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then you know what I'm saying? The kid's smart. He's good. He's just been around some bad people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Nice. The kid's a really good kid, smart as hell, really, really talented. And he's been around some really poor things. And I was trying to get Ryan and him connected. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think after all this it's going to happen. I may not even connect back with Ryan. But I was hoping to get those two connected because I think they could do a lot of good shit together, because the kid's got 5 million on YouTube.
Now, I got a question for you. Now, these shows like they're doing, because they are scripted shows. I mean, the things you're doing with Ryan and whatnot, they're scripted.
With Ryan, there is a script. I never see it. I asked them to never show me the script. I want to go in cold. And I go in cold, and they're like, oh, this is where we need you to go with this, Mike. And then they let me do whatever the fuck I want. That's Ryan's show. And I'm sorry, did I swear?
No. What I'm saying. No, that's fine.
There is a script.
So you improv, right? So for Ryan's show, you improv?
So there is a script. They have what beats they want me to hit. Before every scene, they're like, listen, we want you to go here with it. Or this is the result. I get to take it like that spit take. That was me. I was like, yo, get me a glass of water. I didn't let them know at first. And like they let me have so much freedom to create and expand. You know what I'm saying?
Did you think that you were a funny guy? I mean, did you see yourself as a,
Look, I'm going to be completely honest. Look, this is a sad story, but a real story. Is that when Tawana and I, my ex-wife, my soon-to-be ex-wife, regretfully, when I first moved out 2 years ago, I looked at her, I was like, it's your loss. She's like, why? I was like, 'cause I'm funny as shit. I always thought I was funny. She didn't always think I was funny. And there's some other people that didn't. But when I get around creatives that are funny, it brings out the best in me. If that makes any sense.
Sure.
And literally before scenes will bounce sometimes. I've been there, and I come off on a scene. He's like, no, Mike, because I don't know what the whole, like, literally I've walked in and he's like, no, Mike, I need you to be this way. And I'm like, okay, sorry, give me 1 second. Boom, I'm back in, and we get it. And we'll get it 1 or 2. There's no 5 takes. It's usually 1. You know what I'm saying? And we go through it, and it's improv, man. It's all improv for me. This character is been developing.
I was going to ask you for a show like this, because you guys actually do have episodes. they have a certain time limit. Every episode's a certain amount of time.
Yeah, we usually run about anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes. Usually around the 15 to 14 mark.
Do you see this? Do you think SAG will come in and get involved in shows like this? Will they be casting characters, and will they give these creators SAG protections if there's such a thing, or will they just?
I'm never going to badmouth SAG. I'm never going to badmouth SAG, but they really screwed up in this whole streaming thing. I don't think they're going to be able to put this cat back in the animal back in the cage. They just weren't prepared for it.
No.
It just is what it is.
They didn't fix it. They've had 2 elections to fix it, and they still haven't.
They're never going to fix it because they don't know what to do. Look, Hollywood doesn't know what to do. The network, they don't know what to do. Listen, the advertising dollars are coming to YouTube, TikTok. They're going all across the board now. They're going, you know what I'm saying? Like advertising dollars are Tubi, like literally they're going everywhere now. Not just the Super Bowl, not just NBC, ABC. Now there's so much more options. With metrics, you can really measure, oh, this person gets this many views. This would be a good thing for our brand because they blah, 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 This is the average age of their viewer. We have a metric we can sell now. I was just explaining this to someone the other day. Is me being on Ryan's show. 2 million views on about 1.9 million views. One of his higher ones with me in it. He's got at the time 1.4 million people. So we're over about 100% of his retention of his viewers, which is a rarity in the YouTube world. And even in television world, because if you look at Supernatural, the last 5 seasons never got above 2 million.
No. Oh, God. The audiences now are just.
So what I'm saying is that all these people are talking about, this about Hollywood and all this shit. It's being remade right in front of you, and you guys weren't ready for it.
Yeah.
Look, there's always going to be some type of traditional movie. We're not going to see. Look, that movie that Spielberg, was it Spielberg just had that movie that failed?
Yeah, West Side Story remake failed.
I heard it was wonderful. Everybody liked it that saw it, but young America is just not into that right now.
No. I agree. I agree with that. They're more into, that's song and dance, and they're more into high tech and action. That's really what they want to see.
Boom. Big.
Yeah.
Big. They want heartfelt. The kids the young people really want heartfelt. They like feel good stuff. Like a lot. If you look at a TikTok that just went viral with Topper, it's like 34 million on TikTok. Instagram was 24 or 40 million or some shit like that. It was him dropping an iPhone 13 and then giving it to me. Blah, blah, blah. That's how I met Topper, and boom, now I'm working and making all this money with him.
Now, that's what I say with the money aspect of it. Isn't that wouldn't it be good to have a union to protect you? Because to me, how are
you going to unionize something that somebody can do at their house?
Because I just, to me, it's
how are you going to get YouTube to unionize something that they can do at their house? Now, YouTube had Red, and they were making their own content, and some of it was SAG.
Yeah,
but you can't regulate something that I can film in my house. And if you look at my place, it's got all famous. Where's Jimi Hendrix? Mugshots. As I've been slowly building this place out to be, in a joking manner, my old it's an old safe house that since I've been kicked out of the house I've been living in for the past 2 years, which happens to be a studio apartment right off Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, wait, yeah, because last time we talked, you were just going back home. You and Eric Russo were hooked. You guys were creating together, and then you went. Then you moved out, and then
Yeah, so I miss. The funny thing is, I miss Eric. And Eric could. We're not falling out, and I don't talk to him anymore. He's blocked me on social media, which I think is hilarious because I work more than anybody in the world, and he could be working. He could be working that much too. All he has to do is whatever. I mean, Eric's one of the most talented improvers I've ever worked with.
Yeah.
And he would definitely be working with me on YouTube right now if he get his own head out of his ass. But that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's
you
got
know,
their,
not everybody not everybody is made for the game, you know.
no,
Some people,
no. Like, he's a good guy and a great actor, and I wish him nothing but the finest shit in the world. But honestly, you know what I'm saying, that we made some amazing shit, but he wanted to work at a level that isn't sustainable to make a living at.
Right. Yeah,
he was a weekender in this.
Yeah. No, you're out there every single day. I mean,
I work every day.
Last time we talked to now, oh my God, I thought you were busy then. I thought you were busy back when we first talked. I was like, holy shit, this guy's got a ton of. Now I come back.
COVID made me the busiest I've ever been in acting. And then this year, the end of this year, I was worried because acting normally slows down. I went through the fucking roof. Like, literally, yeah, man. I did a movie with Tito Ortiz this year. I'm his best friend. Come on.
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't kill you this time. I was glad to hear that he didn't kill you this time.
Yeah, we're best friends. We're best friends. And I got to work with Mike Markoff again this year, which is always a blessing. He's one of the most talented actors I've ever worked with.
He is. I'm really hoping that Homestead will come out. I'm really hoping
it'll come out. I haven't heard anything about it. I talked to Greg recently at the Colonials because, you know, I'm in a science fiction movie with Greg and Jamie and Sean Keenan. It's coming out this year, dude. It is. You've seen the trailer, yeah? The whole looks like Star Wars, yeah. Like, I love sci-fi, and I'm the main bad guy, so it's sick. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know Jamie's movie's coming out soon. I know it's right now. It's in the middle of and it's in post right now, so I know that's going to be coming out. That's her directorial debut. Yeah. And I'm just thinking, I'm going like, all these things are coming out, and going like, okay, all these projects have come and gone, and I'm still waiting for the one movie I really want to see. Is, you know, I haven't seen.
Yeah, the movie that I wanted to come out this year, Matt Festal, is Shadow Marsh.
Yes,
I haven't seen a cut of it yet. Like, I just recently did some ADR on it, and but I still haven't seen a cut. And
it's real close, isn't it?
Yeah. But they got really busy. Matt works as you know, in the film industry full time now. So when he decided to do that after Shadow Marsh, to work in the industry, you got to bust your ass. There ain't no half stepping when you're working in the industry and crew and all that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? With Festor, with any of those guys are hard workers. But it breaks my heart, boys. It breaks my heart that movie's not out yet, but it's gonna sting.
It's gonna be out. I have a question for you. I have a question for you too. Then, like, I didn't even think about this, but now hearing you talk, it makes me want to ask this question: is, as an actor, do you ever get updates on where your projects are at? I mean, or do you have to find out just like everybody else, you know, through third parties? Do they ever send email?
No. So I've had the American what's that? Hold on, give me one moment. I have to refer back to my notes. Last American Horror Show, Volume 2. Yeah, I'm on the cover with Mel Novak from Game of Death. If anybody knows anything about Bruce Lee, Mel Novak shoots him in the face. Right. And I got to do a wonderful scene with him and act with him in a movie. He's a tremendous actor, and it was amazing to see him do some real acting and be right there next to him in the scene. And that comes out. I helped move. I hit up a distributor for those filmmakers and help them get married together.
Okay. Yeah. Film distributing. You know what? There's something that
it's weird because I'm becoming friends with a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, it's distributing it's a different animal. I mean, even in the few months since you and I talked, it's, you know, wow, since we and I have talked,
yeah.
Our video chain has gone under. Most of the stores carrying brick and mortar stores carrying physical media, they're whittled down to next to nothing. So yeah, I mean, distributing is becoming it's hard.
It's a digital age, man. It's a digital age. You got to think about the companies like, look at I'm not going to get greatly into the business, but it's digital. They're doing ad buys too. The big networks on YouTube, they're buying. You can watch YouTube, watch anything movie related. You're going to see big ad buys. It's understanding how this beast works. Physical media it's great. It's kitsch right now, especially moving forward in traditional society. We're going to need memory. That's really what we're storage. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be carrying big memory storages around with us. But yeah, the physical media is not where distribution's at anymore, man. There's none. And it's not in the traditional senses because they're doing YouTube and they're doing ad on Prime or this other apps, or all, have their ad Tubi. And you can buy ads. I'm sorry?
A lot of those networks like Tubi or Pluto and a lot of the other channels like that. You're right. I mean, now they're like Shudder. Shudder's doing the original movies.
Shudder's doing really good.
Yeah. Well, Tubi's starting to do that now. Now they're starting to call it Tubi Originals, which are movies that you normally would probably see on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah.
You're starting to see on Tubi now.
Yeah. Well, Tubi pays higher out than Amazon. It's understanding all this. I hear people, oh, my stuff's on Amazon. I can get my home movies on Amazon if I really want.
Yeah. Getting it on Amazon's not anything. Getting paid.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not. Like, I like Amazon and all that shit, but I can get, as long as my home movie can pass, I can shoot a movie on iPhone. I'm not taking anything or denigrating that away because I do shoot on iPhones. But I could shoot a movie on an iPhone with the audio, everything. Just made it sure it was up QC, and I could get that on. I could get that on right now on the Prime, on Amazon. I mean, not on the Prime, but on the Amazon.
So as a filmmaker now, you're not really thinking when you're like, some movies are being made, like we're gonna make this movie. We're gonna hope that before you make a movie like during pilot season, right? You make a pilot, and you're sitting there going like, you're hoping one of the 3 networks would pick it up, or the 4 networks would pick it up.
Now there's a million.
Now you're making that going like, whoever wants it first, come on, make the best deal.
Here's the thing: is it used to not be so for people to make proof of concept pilots. They didn't used to work very well. Studios wanted to have their involvement all the way back in. You would do your concept, you do your pitch decks, you do all that. Traditionally, it didn't work. Now with streaming, you have so many more different options. Like I said, as people are financing, like Falcon Pictures just did a series going to Tubi called Ghetto Busters, let me make sure that's the right name because fucking I'm not even stoned. Hold on. But they put together this thing. It's a series and it's fucking funny as shit. And I went to the Pan American Film Festival and saw one of the episodes. It's coming to Tubi soon. These filmmakers did the right thing. So did the people from Harvey, who just that's coming out on the 7th. Great filmmakers, but they took the film around themselves and did premieres. They put their money where their fucking mouth is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As they got the theaters, they did the things that were right. They did, you know what I'm saying? They built up some undercurrent under their films. And they're all great films, but they did it. They did the right thing. If you see me, I'm a promotion monster.
Yeah. That's one thing I mean, I didn't think you could go from you're already a promo monster from the get-go. I have mentioned this once, I'll mention it again, that you're for me, you're the interview tree. You're my tree. They have the tree of coaches, so to speak. You're like through you, I've gotten to know so many different people. And then through them I got to know other people. So you're like, and you promote, not only do you promote for yourself, but you promote for everybody else.
Yeah, but James Brezak just had a fucking great movie come out with Bruce Willis. And if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's fantastic. And I promoted for him. And he was a producer on he's got his own production company now. And I just did a Louis Mandylor movie and got a pretty sweet scene. You're not going to forget what I did in that movie.
Good.
By any means necessary. I'm a merc in that. So
God, the movie he just did with James Collinsack. I know he did a movie with Bruce Willis Chad Michael. I think he did Fortress. That's what he did. He did
Yeah, he
Fortress.
did Fortress. Fortress, great movie.
Is
But
it
look,
good?
his filmmaking is next level every time. And I got to work with him for his productions company, first one with Jared First, and I worked with Brandon Slagle, amazing director.
I love Brandon.
And they gave me a scene that was funny as shit. It's hilarious. You're not going to forget. Like, so you're going to see a more straight comedy from me this time. You know what I'm saying? But
now you think because of what you've been doing with on YouTube, now this door has opened for me, for as far as I'm concerned. What you've been doing on YouTube has opened the door, because nobody knew Mike Ferguson as a comedian. The first thing you think of is a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy, or he's a good guy. Acting, always action, always horror. But a physical comedian is the last thing I would not say you as. But that's changed. I mean,
that was the only thing is I always wanted to go to Second City, and I got to work with a couple Second City alumni. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm looking at I have to what we call Magooing, and because I'm reading off my screen, and I wanted to read if there's something said in the chat. So when I do this,
if you got any questions, ask anybody. Ask me anything, I'll answer. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we call it Magooing, because I'm blind as a bat.
Nice.
Yeah. So let's see. I just want to make sure that there wasn't anything. Yeah. Okay. I think they're talking about Joey Lawrence.
All right.
Yeah. The physical comedy part. I mean, you and I, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
The one scene that you had in now Apex Predator, the scene where you did your somersault in. I still have not seen that movie. I still got to get a copy of Apex Predator.
Oh yeah, look, no offense to anybody, but that's the only scene I'm in. You can watch it on YouTube. That whole scene is on YouTube.
Oh God, okay.
On Dustin's YouTube. Look,
okay.
Dustin, I want to say this. Dustin Ferguson's a great filmmaker for the genre he's in. He does retro movies. He does retro grindhousey. It's very cult stuff. It's cool. He's good at what he does. He distributes that at the highest level that you can. But you know what I'm saying? And why we don't work together anymore is because I want to do something different with acting.
Oh my God, it's definitely you've elevated. This is even from last time we chatted. There's no going. You're not looking back at that.
No. Look, I'm co-leading a Amityville movie according to the box. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing: is that I'm coming out worldwide on January 11th.
It's co-leading means that this is like your first feature. I mean, this is your first is this your first national release?
My name's on international. International. It's releasing worldwide January 11th.
Yeah.
Different languages.
So what was it like working for Thomas?
So Thomas is one of the nicest guys. He's been the nicest guy in the fucking world to me. He's a fucking saint. I started talking to Thomas, I told you a while ago. I did I've done 4 movies with Thomas. And this time he wrote this role for me. It was supposed to be on a ship originally. We were mercenaries. And a cruise ship, we got to extract someone, and it was great. COVID hit, changed the whole parameters and the budget too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rewritten. He gave me he at first he'd written this role for me, and he wasn't the EP thought that I should fit the bad guy role. And they offered me the bad guy role at first. I'm like, okay. And then a week later, Thomas offered me the role he'd written for me, which was thank you. And thank you to Ben and those people, Phil, for allowing me to play the hero. Thank you, guys. But Thomas was great. He was awesome. It's all the women. He has all women, like first AD's a woman, producers are women. It's women that does everything on Thomas's set. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, it's all alpha females. So watch what you say. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's all alpha females, but watch what you say. But no, it's sweet. I would sit in the kitchen. I would sit while the meals would be cooked away from everybody else. COVID was happening. I had my mask on. And I'd sit there and just read my lines. And it just felt like home being on his set. smelling the food being cooked. It's all friends, all working together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He says, everybody that's worked with him that I've talked to has commented over and over. The one thing that Thomas Churchill does, he makes every set seem like it's family. It's very tight knit. And I talked to Alexis. Have you met Alexis Acano yet?
I want to say yes, maybe.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's damn near. She's amazing.
Good.
I was absolutely charmed by her. And I interviewed Augie Duke, who had her son this week.
Augie Duke is very talented.
Hats off to Elvis in the house.
Yeah.
So I interviewed, and I still got Sherry. I got Sherry Davis coming up here.
Sherry Davis is such a great person. I like Sherry Davis.
She's
a great person, a great actress. I don't get to work with her enough.
I'm looking forward to her interview very much. I think she's a tremendous soul. And
I'm not doing as many like I've been doing a lot of like 1 or 2 day jobs. I'm not doing those on movies anymore.
Mike says
cameos. I ain't doing that shit.
Michael says tell Michael Mattisau's running all his uploads. So everybody's downloading your library right now. And Mike's got quite a bit of a library to download. He's done a lot of films, a lot of fun films.
A lot,
and he's done TV series. He's done a lot. Yeah. And but this is your first time, man. I'm so excited, man. So Amityville Uprising. So they came and they got you, and they said, we're gonna make you into the hero instead of the heavy. Well, so now your name's on the box now.
Yeah, it's on the side of the box. My face is on the side of the box. It's on the box.
Now, I know last time, now you're a star and everything else. Now, feature film star.
Dog. I'm using for ice.
hot pockets.
Yeah.
See, that should be some coin right there. I mean, you got the star Amity Uprising. Plug in your product.
But
see.
Listen, I've been trying to get sponsored by Monster for years. You got to realize on these YouTube shows, I'm using so much energy because I would drink Monsters. Monsters are so bad for you.
They are.
So I which is no better. I switched to pre-workout. So when I just baked a cake with Stove on that episode, I was zooted up on pre-workout.
Dude, we're gonna talk about that scene. That had me on the ground. I was laughing my ass off. I was I thought I promoted this show. I promoted this Iron Chef, baker. I mean, who knew?
Dude, it was literally. So I knew what the gag was. I didn't know how we were getting there, but I decided to use these gloves. Were going to be my magic mixing gloves I got from Facebook Marketplace, and I used them for we were getting a movie financed. And those were my gloves. We painted with magical Chinese fucking whatever. And I decided, hey, I'm going to use this. I'm going to reuse this gag again. And I'm going to make cake with it. So that was my whole thing is he let me do whatever I wanted. I was like, when I got in there, I was like, can I destroy this place?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how did that work out? I mean, did you all have to chip in afterwards and clean it up? Or did you have somebody?
No, I'm an actor, kid. That place, I helped a little bit, but Carter really vacuumed it all up and put it in the cake, and I was like, sick, great, perfect. But when I got there, like literally, I was like, Carter, can I destroy this place? It's old Frank Sinatra mansion. It's on 2 acres, right in near the Playboy Mansion. It's amazing. I work there. I have been working there most of this year, and they're like, yeah, destroy it, Mike. Go ahead. I was like, oh, and I realized it wasn't very much flour. I'm like, I don't care. I got sugar here. I started by throwing eggs. That was how I started. And when I realized that they were going to let me go ballistic, I just went for it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask really for permission, not even forgiveness either, because as soon as I was done, I'm sitting outside and Carter, who's the bigwig, he's a smart guy. He's a robotics engineer, was gifted, young student, a brilliant guy, and he chooses to do YouTube and really is one of the most brilliant minds I met for his age. But he's like, walks by me, he's like, wow, that's a lot of energy. I'm sitting outside sweating, drinking some water, trying to catch my breath after doing a little bit of this bit, knowing that I got to go back in and get hit in the face with a cake.
Right.
You know?
Well, you know, that it's a I mean, this I'm sure I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's the pressure like from, you know, like you're a big star on a tuber channel, and that's awesome. I mean, I've seen the channel. You're right; they get millions of hits. But what was it like working underneath the pressure of knowing that now you're doing a film for Lionsgate? Now this is a feature film; it's going to be shown everywhere.
Yeah.
You're not a supporting actor in this; you're a leading actor.
I'm one of the main actors. Yeah. With Kelly Reader, who's one of the most amazing actresses, Scott Rowe, Tank. You guys were all amazing. Troy Froman, the man. Barry Papik, you're so good. There's a reason why motherfuckers pay you to learn how to act, motherfucker. You're the man.
Of course, I'll be rating Mike's phone book after the show's over with. So you'll be seeing half the people he just named. You'll be seeing them on the show here.
Yeah.
Because that's how we motherfucking roll here.
Look, Barry was in Private Parts with Howard Stern, but he's been an acting coach for some of the biggest actors in Hollywood. Studios pay him to make sure people are tight, and he's a very, very gifted, talented actor and a funny as hell friend. Love you, dog.
But what was it like? What was it like knowing that, you know, underneath the pressure? I mean, I looked at the cast, and I could see where you mentioned before about the budget. How much budget did you lose with the plot change?
Quite a well. With it was COVID. I don't know exactly how much the movie cost to make. It was supposed to be over $1 million. It wasn't. It wasn't even probably half that. But it was originally budgeted way over $1 million. And I think it was at 2 to 3 million range is what. But look, that's Hollywood. You have ideas, and then when it comes time for the money, people they're like, all right, we'll give you this much. You know, make it work.
Tommy's a fucking magician on this movie. Can I tell you right now? Yeah. He's a fucking magician.
Dude, you have no idea. Like Thomas makes sure shit gets done, and he's got a great team. He works with the same people, pretty much the same crew the whole time, and he's a really nice. He's like the dad. He's like, or your friend. He's one of those guys. Make sure you're okay. He's always like, he calls me every day. Mike, you doing okay today? Because one of my guys too. We're always trying to get time to get to, because usually it's Thursdays. We all go have cigars in Burbank.
Yeah. How fun is that?
Yeah, we sit around a bunch of people from industry and drink coffee, a bunch of actors and sometimes producers. We smoke cigars. I'm usually can only stay for an hour because I got to get up the next morning to go to set. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But at least you're socializing with your friends, which is important too.
Look, this business is lonely as fuck, man.
I was going to ask you how important is a socialization with because I know the business can be really cutthroat at times and really competitive, but how important is socialization for an actor?
It's immense. Like, look, I've been going through a really hard time and stuff like that, and as an actor, I pull into myself. When I wasn't acting, I used to rage, and you can ask anybody that knows me. Somebody pissed me off, I'd explode. That wasn't a character, that was real life, at certain times in my life. And now acting's channeled that, but it makes you very lonely because you don't feel like you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. But
it always made me weird. It always weirded me out a little bit, knowing that you could go to a set for 6 weeks or 5 weeks or even 3 weeks, work hard with a person, share scenes together, share a meal together, whatnot. And then as soon as the set's over with, as soon as it look, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Ferguson, and then everybody claps you out, and then you leave. But that's it. You can't call up your buddy and sit there and say, "Well, how are you doing?" It always amazes me how little interaction actors have with each other when they're not working on a set.
It's true. It's true. Like, me and Mike Markoff are really great friends, but I haven't seen him a lot this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, well, unless we were working. And he's got big plans going on. When was the last time you interviewed Markoff?
I know he's got a movie coming out. He's waiting for it. It's a Western. I know
Yeah,
that
it's good. I saw it. It's great. It's great. Mike Markoff, he made that movie. Like literally,
he did.
Mike Markoff made that movie.
Yeah, he put it right on his shoulders.
I'm sorry?
He put it right on his shoulders.
Yeah, yeah. Like literally, that Mike is that movie. Like literally, beautiful performance as always. Mike Markoff nails it. One of the most dedicated actors I've ever met in my life. But at the same time, I mean, literally, we don't get a chance to see each other because my schedule's been so erratic. Like literally, I don't even have. I'm doing a SAG commercial tomorrow evening. I'm doing YouTube in the morning.
Right. That's just. Yeah. I mean, you gotta. So how do you?
I have laser removal today.
Going forward, Mike? I mean, going forward. I mean, you're gonna be doing the press here in a second. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to do press?
Yeah,
for Amityville.
I'm an old man. Well, we'll see. I don't know if they're going to do another press push on it because they should have already started another press push. I just did an interview that's about to come out, but I don't know what's going on with that. I hit up Thomas today. I was like, "Are they doing another press push?" So I don't know. They should. I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Look, when they did Death Squad, there was never any press push.
No, not at all. Not once.
Now it's on CW.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And did you know Tawana's Wrestling is now on CW?
Oh, I thought she retired. I thought she's full-time firefighter now.
Well, well, no, man. She writes COVID. She writes. She works for Network now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she works for Network now, and she was in firefighting. Then she started working at COVID hospital, and with FEMA, and then transferred that into industry. She makes a really good living.
Okay.
Keeping Egg Zone, writing protocols.
Okay. Well, yeah, we got to keep people safe. So, so I didn't know that. You're right, though. I mean, God, can you imagine how hard it's got to be to do press for your first movie coming out, and now you got to try to do press in the middle of this Omnicore or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to be doing any press. If it's all going to be like this. I already did a couple of interviews, typed interviews and stuff like that. It's not going to be there. I think most of the press I've already done. You know what I'm saying? In preparation for this, articles haven't come out or anything yet, but they should soon. But yeah, nothing's traditional anymore. It's not going to be like, they're not going to do a red carpet. They're not going to do any of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a shame.
It is what it is. It's just pleasure, but everybody's going to be sitting at home streaming.
Now, hopefully, they give you some copies of the movie for yourself, right?
I already asked. They have no control. Lionsgate is not doing the printing of DVDs. I don't know how that's going. I already hit up. I was like, yo, I want some copies to sign. I'll wait, see how the sales are, and then I can ask for shit. But I already asked. I was like, I want a case of DVDs.
Yeah.
Not real. I want a case of DVDs.
You know, that's funny you mentioned that because I've actually talked to hi, Donegal Fishing Tales. Welcome. I'm getting fishing channels to come by now. I've made some friends with the fishing community, so they're starting to come by and say hi.
Nice.
I really appreciate them too.
That's dope.
They're really nice people.
Yeah. They're fishing. They know patience. They know how to have patience.
You know what? One of these days I'm going to interview one of these fishermen, and I'm going to ask them about. I'm going to ask him what's the odds are getting flipped in like a somersault into a boat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up that. As soon as I'm done with this, as soon as we're done with this, I'm looking up that scene. I'm looking up because I've been waiting to see that for 2 fucking years. I need to be able to see that scene.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I lost track of what I was thinking about. I was fine.
Yeah. So I just feel like I feel really bad for you because here it is. You can't do the traditional push. You can't get out there. You can't do press. You can't do, interviews. You can't do the red carpet. Those are all things that you deserve to get when you work as hard as you do. Yeah. That's part of the rewards, here's
the thing, the part of the reward is I'm on the cover of a movie. You know what I'm saying? That's the real fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, at the end of the day, I can put my perceptions on what I think they should be and what they are going to be totally different.
Now,
I was just explaining this to somebody the other day. I ain't trying to fight the world no more.
Right. Oh God, no. I don't think he fought the world for a very long time.
No, yeah. I mean, I ended up looking like this because I was fighting the world, but I just want to chill. I slow cook food all the time. I love to cook. I love to cook. I've been talking to somebody, and I just had Topper because her kid's a real big fan. I had to make a video for her daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's fun little shit like that, man. That's my world, is making people smile.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I turned down a role with Sean Phillips. I turned down a role that I didn't think was interesting.
That's not a bad thing.
No. I told him I don't want to be a killer. I was like, there's nothing interesting, and they were going to let me work the whole scene and stuff. Like, let me put what I want to. I'm like, I just don't want to be a killer. Not right now.
No,
that's easy. It's lazy acting. I was just working. Here's a funny story. I was just working with all these cop improvers. Like, we're doing this whole bit, and they first they did the ex-con thing. I was like, I stopped the whole scene. I was like, you lazy fuckers. You lazy actors. You lazy motherfuckers. I was like, I'm a hero. You fucking address me and treat me as a hero from now the rest of the improv. And they did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's me controlling my image.
How's it feel? How does it feel? Because you know what, Mike? Because most of your career you have played a bad guy. And when we talk to actors, you know, a lot of times they say, "What's your favorite role to play?" And the majority of the time they'll sit there and say, "I like to play the bad guy. I want to play the bad guy. I want to play." But you have played the bad guy most of your career.
I played the scariest, fucking, most surreal bad guy. There ain't no bad guy like me.
If you want to watch some of my hero now, what's the dynamic like?
I'm sorry.
What's the dynamic like now that you're playing more of a hero in Amityville, or you're doing the comedy?
On kids show, I'm a hero. On Amityville, I'm a hero. In a vampire, I can't even say that. Sorry. In a movie I got coming up, I play a hero, a vampire hunter. I don't give a fuck. And and Thomas Churchill. And I'll probably get in trouble for that.
No. I forced him to say that, Thomas.
But no, like, again, it's pretty much like this movie's Carnage. The movie Carnage Radio I shot back in Texas. I went straight from that movie this year. I shot September or August. I don't know. All the months. No, August I was in New York filming. In September, I got Carnage Radio playing Police Chief Cersei. James Fight, they treated me so good on this movie. Like, I've never been treated this nice. They flew me out in business class, treated me like a king. I had a suite it didn't even have doors on the shower. It was so elegant. Anyway, but then I went straight from that to shooting with Justin Price, Mike Markoff, Chris Cyborg. 2 days later, as soon as I got back from Texas, I was filming another movie.
You guys do a movie with Chris Cyborg?
Yeah, Chris and Tito Ortiz. Yeah.
Wow.
We're killing Nazis, far right-wing Nazis.
Fucking Tito's head must have exploded.
No, look, man, here's the thing. I don't think he left a lot of far right out, but he had to give monologue. Like, it was huge chunks. Like, I'm his best friend in this. He comes to recruit the team. I'm the first motherfucker he comes to recruit. I'm not going to go much more into it. But here's the thing, man. It's like I said, we went from being bad guy, me being the bad guy, him killing me, being the good guy. Now I'm a good guy with Tito fucking Ortiz and Chris Cyborg and Mike Markoff.
Man, I can't wait for this. Was there a title for this movie? Is it on your movie database?
It was supposed to be Black Sun. There's not even an IMDb for it yet. I don't know what. Justin Price is a crazy talented director. Okay. And his last movie, Mike Markoff was in. Did you see that?
Is that the Western?
No, the vampire movie.
I've not seen that one. I haven't seen the vampire movie yet.
It's on Prime. It's Wrong Place, Wrong Time. It is a great vampire movie, heist movie. It's got a Dusk Till Dawn twist. It's great.
Oh, okay.
And it's on Prime right now for free.
I'm just excited to see Chris Cyborg. I don't think she's ever done anything before, has she?
She's done a couple things. It's funny because when I saw her, she's got a heavy accent. In the movie, my name's Schroeder. Schroeder. She would call me Schroeder. She's like, you motherfucker. Your name is so fucking hard to fucking. I'm doing a really bad Chris Cyborg, but she cussed me the fuck out. because my name was so hard to say. She had a monologue with Tito Ortiz talking about me, about what a snake oil salesman and all these fucking like ridiculously hard words for her to say. But she was a trooper. She brought it in this movie. She's amazing. She's an amazing person. And it was an honor to get another. I'm sorry.
It'd be cool to see another woman in an action movie. It'd be nice to see another face.
That's Chris Cyborg. Like Chris Cyborg's the real deal. If I was fighting in the street, I'd want Chris Cyborg. That was it. I wouldn't want nobody else. And she's super beautiful and dope. Like Chris Cyborg is a great person, and it was like I said, an honor to fight Nazis with her and Tito Ortiz and Mike Ferguson.
Yeah. In case you guys don't know who Chris Cyborg is, she was probably considered one of the top 3 all-time women martial arts fighter.
Yeah,
top 3 all time. Yep. So
and Tito Ortiz is one of the top of all time too.
Tito is yeah. I love Tito. I think Tito is a fun actor to watch.
Listen, I love Tito. His politics, we don't see the same. Yeah. He's made his brand, his politics part of his brand, which I think is a stupid idea.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it's a really silly idea. I don't pick a side. I don't want to pick a side. I don't give a shit to pick. I just want to make art.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
I want to make art. I don't want to.
I think he's a fine actor. I mean, like I said, when I reviewed Silencer.
Yeah,
I thought he was extraordinary in it.
Yeah,
I thought
he was great. He was great. And this one, he is Silencer. In this one, you get to see him act, and like I was really like, you get to see him really act, emote, go through things, show how fearsome he is, but also loving too.
What's it like?
And honorable.
What's it like to you see some of these folks like this, when you first see them, maybe it's their first or second project, and then because and then maybe 10 or 12 movies down the line you'll run across them again, because low budget action films. What's it like?
If you look at Silencer was in the millions. It wasn't crazy low budget, not like you would think. It did really well.
No. Silencer has some heat to it. They have some money.
Silencer had some money, just like Beyond the Law had a lot of money to it too, more than you would think.
Oh man, Beyond the Law, dude! What happened to DMX? Man, I thought about that when it happened, and I thought how sad that was.
I was shooting Homestead, and I got a call from that director wanting me to be in DMX's last movie. It was this martial arts movie, cop movie. He wanted me to be a cyber cop, some futuristic cop. I'm bummed I didn't get to fucking be in that movie. Look, I'm so glad to be in Homestead with Diamond Dallas Page, Brian Krause. Great names.
I can't wait for that fucking movie, Mike. I cannot wait for that movie.
Dude, listen. I'm waiting on them all, man. I'm waiting. Shadow Marsh.
Oh, yeah.
Shadow Marsh.
I think Shadow Marsh should be the first one out. I think it's going to be the first one out of the box after Amityville.
I know all that. I think my next one, hopefully that's February, but I don't know how they're handling. I don't know. I can't speak.
It's going to be different.
The next movie that I have officially in the books, release date, is going to be Last American Horror Show Volume 2. And I'm not in this movie. It's a Michael S. Rodriguez film, and it was anthology, a bunch of different people.
Right.
He truly made some beautiful shit. I got to work with Mel Novak, and Novak got to act his ass off, and I did that with him. And it was an honor to work with that man. The capacity, you're going to be able to see something that's great. There's some really good acting in that movie. It's, like I said, an anthology, and I tie it all together. But it's me just smoking a cigarette, sitting in a prison cell waiting on death row, talking to Mel Novak. That's my whole part in that movie.
Right.
But there's a roller coaster to it. But it was a real flex in acting for me. And when I did this was prior to COVID. I wasn't green, but I wasn't as experienced. I'm not as experienced as I am now, and I'm proud of that.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Did I ever share that with you? Because I have a rough cut of it.
Sure.
I didn't share it with you.
Last
American Horror Show, just my portion of it. I don't have the whole.
Oh no, yes. I think you did when you did it, but Yeah, send it to me, resend it to me because I remember
I
the
gotta see
scene.
if I gotta see if Rodriguez still sent it. I gotta find
I
because I
still
got
remember. I
my
still
portion
remember
of
the
it.
scene. Yeah, you
I
guys
have
are
the.
still sitting in the cell. You're
I'm
both are
sorry.
sitting in the cell. You're both sitting in a cell, and I think both of you guys have blue caps on. You guys have
No,
caps.
I'm laying in my bunk and he's got a blue cap on. I'm
Okay, yeah.
laying in my bunk in a wife beater, just smoking for the first half of the fucking movie. I smoked like a pack of fucking cigarettes. It was terrible. Anyway, and
That's
but
one good thing about playing on a YouTube channel too, huh?
yeah, I can't smoke. It's great.
I know you can't even be around the set like that because I'm thinking these kids are watching this shit. They see you as a what's it? I
Dude,
mean, they
let me
see you
tell
as
you a
a
story.
sure.
I was at a park in Beverly Hills in the Beverly Hills Flats. And there were these 5 little kids that were dressed up in camouflage. And Topper thought that they recognized him. They did recognize him, but they weren't there to talk to him. The nanny had been bringing the kids here because they knew we filmed at this park. They loved me, the bounty hunter. They were all dressed up like me, wanted to get a picture with me.
Yeah.
You know,
What's
Sam, but that's
it's got to be a mind blower. It's got to be a mind blower knowing that. And I really do think, I really do believe.
this big tattoo guy covered in tattoos. Little kids are responding like crazy to right now.
Oh, they love it. I read the comments. I read the comments.
Yeah.
I go to the channel and I just sit there and I read it and I'm just
so
blown
cute.
away.
It's so cute. Like Ryan gave me the opportunities. Like I was like, look, comment down below, ask any question. I've been answering questions. There's like 3,500. If I got to 10,000, they were going to give me a Xbox. I didn't get 10,000. I got 3,500, which is great. But yeah, I was able to talk to the kids. Hi, how you doing? Answer questions and stuff. It's really cool, man. It's like really cool to see these kids really reacting to this.
It's really cool seeing you develop this side of your skill of your art. Like I said, watching you doing physical comedy like that, I never would have saw it, and also
it's so funny.
You look like you're having so much fun.
People don't understand what I'm doing. Like this is a real job. This is how I make my living is right now. Just doing YouTube. It pays me better than any SAG ULP would pay me. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like I make more money on these YouTube jobs than I did on a SAG film or even a SAG commercial.
Well, has your agent called you? Have you seen more? Have you seen more action as far as
not through my agent? And that's what I need. I need a manager this year that understands social what I'm doing now is because my social media is all monetized and I have a huge social media presence. I need a manager that understands that. And because it's a whole new field. This is a traditional Hollywood agent. He's been an agent for 6-7 years. He doesn't understand. He understands it, but not from a business perspective. We were talking about how do they make money. I'm like, dude, YouTube makes them rich, but they also from brand deals because this is a business. And then they're doing commercials. So all the advertising money is going directly to them and directly to them. And
I know some folks might be wondering, our interview today, like I didn't do it last time. I didn't do it this time. I didn't ask for this to be publicized to Ryan or Stove because I wanted us to be able to talk like we are, like friends. This is how you and I talk all the time.
Yeah.
If I had those kids over there, I would have to be rated G, and I don't want to be rated G. So that's the reason why there's not like 200 people in the chat right now. Because
we're not. It's not blowing it up. Like to be honest, I jumped on it late because I've been going through a lot of emotional stuff. Like
no, I'm glad I didn't.
I started advertising, and I didn't want. So there's this Team Raw fan page which is reposting all of my stuff. And look, Team Raw is a young kids. It's kids stuff. It's preteens. I have a demographic preteens and dudes in their 30s love me.
Yeah. What's that? How old is Ryan? Is Ryan 21 or 22?
Ryan's 25 years old.
25. He doesn't look at it. That's the key right there.
Well, look, man. He's a really honorable, smart guy. He's 25 years old. He went to film school. He was an editor before he worked for a lot of YouTubers before he became a YouTuber.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And he's a smart guy. He's 2 of his friends that he went to film school with are part of his creating team. And they're smart kids. And like I said, they're smart. They're smart young men.
But going back to your talking about your agent, and you're right. You probably need a more of a social media manager for sure.
Yeah.
But as far as more roles coming your way, more auditions and whatnot, are you starting to see a lot more increase because you are busy? So I can only imagine.
I'm getting better auditions. I'm picking and choosing on auditions. If I don't like something about it, a lot of the time money's too off for me. I don't want to work. I can't work for $200-300 a day. It's not sustainable. I'm not. This isn't a hobby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the beginning, yeah, I had to earn mine. I did those days and stuff like that, but I can't. I'm not taking roles like that. If you look at some of the bigger music videos I did this year, like Avril Lavigne, that's $1,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Carol G, that's $1,000 a day. Or you know what I'm saying? That's those. They're paying me respectfully, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing them. They fucking covered me in makeup and shot me with glitter cannons. Even when I did James Arthur, those are good paydays. Travis Scott, those are big paydays. Those aren't. I'm not. Here's the thing: is I don't want to act just to act. This is how I make a living. But I want to be the very best. And I put 1,000% of myself into every bit of acting. I want to be compensated for that. You know what I'm saying?
As you should be. I know some of the YouTuber channels make millions of dollars, and to me, that's why I was asking.
It's not just YouTube, though. I want with movies I do because of the YouTube, I have a built-in audience. Because of Instagram, because of my marketing, I have fans. Not an incredible.
Yeah, you do. You have fans. I mentioned this before right before we went up. Yeah. Is from the last, most I can pretty much gauge on how I do for an interview, right? An interview will come out there, it'll hit, and then it'll go strong for 2 or 3 days, and it'll slow down, and then it'll just slowly go, trickle upward, right?
Yeah.
With you, this is the first interview that I've had where that happened.
Yeah.
But that was months ago, right? So here you are, you're my third most popular interview, and whatnot. And I look up, next thing I know, you're back up to second and you're skyrocketing. I'm going wow, people are really wanting it. All of a sudden they want Mike Ferguson.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, okay, go to the blog. I looked at our first interview that we did over there. I looked at the review for Silencer.
Yeah.
And both of them are skyrocketing. I look at my search engines. They're telling me what people are looking for when they're looking for you. The world's most dangerous bounty hunter, Silent, Above the Law. You name it. And all of a sudden you're starting to see your social media, through your work on the tube, and now Amityville Uprising. Now your name is out. You're there. I mean, I'm sure if I typed in Mike Ferguson bounty hunter, it would probably be the first thing I see. It'd be you.
Well, yeah, it is. It's a YouTube channel I own. Listen, look, I've got a movie called The Last Deal that I got to do with Jonathan Salimi and Anthony Molinari and Sala Baker. It's some of the biggest actors I've ever worked with. Amityville Uprising was amazing. Great. I got to work with a ton of great talent. Kelly Reader's blowing the fuck up. She's amazing. She just did two Bruce Willis movies back to back. She's an amazing actress, and she's killing it right now. She's blowing up. And but with The Last Deal, it's a crime weed movie, and I got involved in the weed growing industry in 2017, and that's what this is about. And I'm very excited for that to come out. I don't know when it's coming out. Salimi, let me know.
Yeah. Now that's gonna be that's gonna be frustrating too. It's like you go ahead and you put your heart and soul into the movie, and then all of a sudden you leave it behind. All of a sudden it's like what's gonna happen to it? That's why I asked you earlier. Do you ever get emails going like, okay, we just now found a film composer for the film, or we're putting together the film. We're putting together the music to the film.
I don't want to know all that shit. I don't want to know that shit. I just want to know who's distributing it, when it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't stress on that. Once I do a role, I got to drop it and walk. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I gotta move on and go to the next role. I do want to talk about a role that I was talking about Ghetto Busters earlier. Falcon Pictures. They wrote a script called Vengeance, and it is amazing. And there's a twist you're never going to see. It's a beautiful young cast. Fuck it, I'm not going to give everything away. It's some high schoolers graduating, going up to a cabin, and I'm one of the oldest members of the Peacock family.
Now,
So,
what's this movie called? Vengeance?
Vengeance.
Okay, looks like you're getting ready to shoot that.
I'm shooting that March. We were going to shoot in February, but where we're shooting, there's too much of a snowpack or some bullshit. So it was pushed. That's a SAG film. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
So I'm shooting that March, and my character is amazing. And the twist, you're never going to see coming. And it's just brilliantly written. And like I said, those Ghostbuster guys, they're on Tubi. They're about to come on Tubi. But they promoted that at Comic-Con. They promoted that every film festival. They were everywhere with that series. And I think it's going to do really good. It's one of the funniest, well-shot things that, you know what I'm saying? That's what they spent their COVID time on, was making that. And it's beautiful. It's great work. And I'm excited to work with that company.
It's pretty amazing. Like when you and I first talked, we were talking about some of the stuff that you were still working during COVID. Yeah. I actually thought, wow, he's doing a lot during COVID, like how did, he's really blazing it up.
Yeah.
You guys all pretty much blazed it up during COVID. It was almost like no one really, they did it safely. Everybody I talked to, and, especially, how Thomas is, you don't fucking go on.
Hold on one second. I do got to take this call. Hold on one second. This is very important. I apologize.
No problem.
Hey, I don't want to miss your call, but I'm right in the middle of an interview live on YouTube right now.
Oh my gosh.
See, why are you okay? You just had. I'll hit you back.
Yeah, I'm looking at this now. But as far as COVID goes, everybody stayed really busy. I was actually really amazed to see how many films and how many projects were actually completed during COVID.
If you wanted to work, you could work. Literally, if you didn't want to work, it's just you weren't ready to trust what was going on yet or do whatever. There was work everywhere, and I got to travel the whole country and work all across the country. I got to work on network during COVID a couple times. Got to work on some really big shit. But yeah, COVID was all, look, it was a terrible tragedy, horrible thing. And if my life had been different, you know what I mean? And it hadn't went the way it did, maybe I wouldn't have went out there and grabbed the world by the balls and just said, fuck it. Sorry. That, but I got separated, right? And moved out right in the middle of COVID.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I think that was just like, fuck it. What else am I got? You know what I'm saying? I would COVID test all the time and just nonstop travel. We were when they shut everything down, me and Mike were filming Homestead, and then I had to go back and stay at the house with them for a month with the wife that I was separated from. We were back. It was a nightmare. But anyway. I worked nonstop. I didn't know the word no. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. What's the pay rate? Okay, great. Yeah, I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, send me a plane ticket or yeah. And I'd try to, whoever would come with me, I'm like, let's do this. Let's make a movie. You know
what do you want to do next, Mike? Do you have goals? Do you have goals right now?
I want to direct. I really want to direct. I think I have I really know how everything works in filmmaking, more so than anybody I know, more so than most directors. There's few that I don't, but there's, I want to say first and foremost, hold on. I love you, Mom and Dad. I hope you're watching. I love you. I love them just texting me right now.
Okay.
I talk to my mom and dad every day. They've been married for almost 60 years. They're old as shit, are almost 80, but I love them.
Yeah.
They're good people.
I hope we hope you're doing well, Mr. and Mrs. Ferguson.
Oh, they're kicking life's ass. They're out shopping, arguing with each other a little while ago. And
so jealous.
But yeah, was I in COVID? Was that what we were talking about, the COVID thing?
Yeah, about directing. You feel like
yeah, during COVID, I directed quite a bit. I did a bunch of stuff that went in a bunch of terrible movies. Ours was the only shining star of it. I was just editing one of them the other day. I'm going to release it on YouTube soon. And I did a lot of really funny comedy stuff during COVID. Some stuff I don't think you've even seen. I'm going to release it for free. for free and on YouTube.
Good place to do it. Good place to do it.
Yeah, whatever. If sue me, everybody sue me. I don't care. Come get it. And I don't. And but I got to direct, and I really understood some things. I got to work with Jen Nagel and Eric, my old roommate, and we really made some funny, weird stuff that I'm still using a lot of the ideas and gags from that I created or we created. And yeah, there was something I shot where a zombie baby bites my pecker off, and there's opera music going. I'm punching myself in the crotch, and it was wrong on so many levels, and everything was closed. And we rented a studio. We're fuck it, we're making something, and we were the only people in that movie. And no offense to anybody involved in it, really putting effort into what we made. And at the end of the day, they made it all black and white because there was different film settings, different. It was people making COVID crap, but I'm releasing that on my own YouTube channel. Sue me, you know what I'm saying? Sue me. You know, sue me. I'm not making any money on it. I'm not even monetized.
It's gotta be so refreshing, Mike. You gotta be so refreshing to to be able to come out of there and just think of just so many creative, funny things to do. It's like it's got to be so cool to be able to come out of the box and show people that there's this whole nother side of you as an artist. I mean, yes, everybody knows you. Like I said, everybody knows you as a tough guy and the hero, but nobody really gets the idea of you as a comedian.
Yeah,
and
I've got over 30, 40, 15 to 20-minute bits now, episodes, so to speak.
Yeah.
Floating around that kids are watching millions of times. Everybody forgets that acting is a popularity contest. Is it the brands are understanding that now? They're asking, they asked for me specifically to do some content for them. So when Mattel or whatever, when the advertising dollars start coming, that you're moving something on the Richter scale. If that makes any sense.
One thing about the commercials on the YouTube, now most of the time I know that YouTube will put their own commercials down into different channels, but the commercials that they put on Ryan's channel, those are like real traditional commercials. Those are the ones that they bought ad space, and
they're buying ad space, but not also what Ryan's doing is like if you look at that episode of me and Moses where we made a 20-minute, that was a commercial for a game. The first 5 minutes or that, and then literally, and their analytics normally when they did that wouldn't do as well. But that one got 1 million views. It took a minute to get there, but it got 1 million views, a 20-minute commercial. You know what I'm saying? A 20-minute fucking commercial. Even if the retention's at 10 to 15, you've already got it. You won. Your commercial's been sold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's an advertiser can see that. And when I was doing that first episode with Moses, they asked me for an actor. I made Moses come over to my house for 2 days and we worked a backstory. Like straight worked a backstory. Like his mom, the whole bear claw thing. We get there. I didn't even know how much room they were going to let me play. And they have their briefing because at that time they used to give briefings. I'm like, I don't want to hear it anymore. After a couple more times. But they gave the briefing and Moses was like, so what about? So we're not going to be able to do any extra stuff? Like he started getting pissed with me for a second. I'm like, no, Moses, just wait. And then fucking we went into it and I worked with him before we did the scene over and over and over and over and over again. And then we came out and did that fucking improv. And it was brilliant.
Chadwick's saying he's got to go, but he wants to sit there and say thank you, Mike. And good luck to you. And he's saying that you're one of his favorite actors.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, that's awesome. Chadwick's got a short film. I'm going to send it to you.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah, take a look at his work. It's pretty outstanding, if you ask me.
Nice.
So I mean, so the commercials themselves. I mean, now for something like this, I mean,
Ryan's doing Old Spice commercials on his YouTube channel.
Really? Now, as an act, do you, as a YouTuber, do you get part of that action if they come and ask for you and ask to put?
Oh yeah, 100. I don't. Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. And yeah, we just had an incident like that where I did Age of Kingdoms, And I literally, the client asked for me. That's an app that has over 674,000 reviews on the thing. Like, they're a big deal. They're buying ad space right now all over YouTube and other areas. I just saw it today. I was like, oh wow, I didn't see my commercial, but yeah, they're literally controlling the game like that, you know.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up the chat. If people want to ask some questions to Mike, feel free to start dropping them. Drop some questions in here. We got him for like another 10 minutes before I gotta let him go because he's a busy man. So please do so. Yep, I want to go back and your name is Cactus. I like that. And you're and that
Vengeance.
Yeah, Vengeance.
Look, man, look at that actor. Who that actor is acting with in there? He's the fucking man. That's my brother in it.
Let's see. Let's see who's
He's got a higher IMDb than me.
Okay, we got Ryan DeQuintel.
What's he playing? What's his character name?
Ryan DeQuintel as Gator.
Yep, that's my brother.
Oh, okay.
We're the Peacocks.
Yeah,
brother.
These look. I mean, I can see that you're. They're all SAG. There's some Connor Sherry playing Benji.
It's a great cast, man.
Audrey Neal, Destiny Ocha. Looks like a family type of film, right?
No, fuck no.
Okay. No, I mean, let's see, Freddie Falcon.
Yeah, Freddie Falcon, he's awesome. I got to meet him and hang out with him at the Panamanian Film Festival with his in an episode of Ghetto Busters there. It was awesome.
All right. Let's see. Michael says he's really enjoying Manhunters.
Awesome. Well, look, the guy
what's your YouTube channel, Mike?
It's Mike Ferguson, professional. Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah,
I just changed the name of it.
Oh, good. Professional bear claw eater.
No, Mike Ferguson. Mike Ferguson, bounty hunter and hero for hire.
Okay, Mike Ferguson, bounty hunter and hero for hire.
Yeah, so basically, what I'm going to do. So, Manhunters, I think, is coming back. I haven't talked to Noah, the guy, but it's going to be scripted a little bit more, but it's still going to be improv-y. But I don't know when we're doing that. He's the busiest man in the world. He just did 20 hours of content, did a bunch of CW shows, did a bunch of things like that. But Manhunters is coming back. But until that happens, I'm making my own episodes that reflect my own life, a little more adult than what I'm currently doing on YouTube.
Oh, there it is. We're dropping the link down now for your YouTube channel.
Good.
Any questions? Man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Pretty soon it's going to be to the point where I won't be able to do this with you anymore. I'll have to.
I'll always do this with you. It doesn't even matter.
I'll be going through publicists. I'll be going through agents. Through But I know Mike. Yeah,
you always have my number. I mean, but you will always have my number. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, yeah, that's the next evolutionary step. Is I need to get, you know what I'm saying? I need to get a manager. I need to get a publicist and things like that. But I'm looking at different avenues of that right now. I just met somebody, social media world-wise, you know what I'm saying, that I think would help out another piece to my career. So,
yeah. I just right before we got on the phone, before I did the show, I was on a phone with another artist, and they're asking me, where they could go on some podcasts and whatnot. Yeah. And I know there's several shows that do what I do. They're really tiny. And I told them, what you need to do is you need to take your Instagram. You need to make that son of a bitch work for you.
Yeah.
You got 40,000 people. Time for them to go to work. And to me it's like, get yourself an hour a week, turn it around, go on Instagram live for a week, or do a live stream here on YouTube for an hour once a week, and just go over that way, just and work it. I mean, you're a promotion machine.
You have to be. Here's the thing: is that everybody always talks about, oh, who's your agent? Who's this? Motherfucker, 90% of it's me.
Yeah.
My agent's good. He's a good guy. He's got me some solid shit. But for me to work this much, look, I've told you before, I'll work background. I don't give a fuck. The money's got to be good, not normal background money. But nobody hires me for background. That's not what I'm getting hired for, you know? But I've worked on everything, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was important. And then I knew this artist would help my career. I should do this music video, or I should do this because it'll help make me more. Look, man, you watch any music video or any big pop thing that's going on, you're going to see me involved in it somehow. I'm ingrained in pop culture.
It's sort of cool though to see and do that. You know, I was watching the Avril Lavigne, and I just thought that was such a natural, because you know both our backgrounds is music, and I tell people this all the time. Musicians get it. Musicians will promote, and they will promote. I think that's one of the reasons why you and I both have that bit between our teeth, is that we know what it takes to promote. Yeah. We're willing to do it. You know,
I got a button maker. I'm going to start making Mike Ferguson face buttons. What would Mike Ferguson do? Fucking, I'm going to get some shirts printed, and this probably something like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, man, nobody's going to do it for you. You got to do it yourself. You can't relate, and that's why I say to actors all the time, your agent or your manager isn't going to do shit for you.
No, it's different now. There's no such thing for an actor to do a movie and then drop off. You have to get out there. You have to promote it. I mean, even a movie on Lionsgate, you're going to have to go out there and promote that son of a bitch.
Yeah. Look,
you just can't sit there and say. You can't sit there and say, yeah, well, it got, they advertised it on television. So what?
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
They advertise the big movies on TV too, and they don't always do so well. So you got to get out there and just push it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I mean, look, so do the people that do movies. If you're doing a movie, if you've been in a couple of movies, promote it. Don't let the people who took a risk with you hang out to dry. I promoted some terrible movies, and then there's been movies that I just never promoted. I was like, yeah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it wasn't because I did a bad job at it. Somebody else did a bad job putting it together. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I promote everything, and you got to do that. It's part of your job. That's part of everybody. When people go, the big press tours ain't happening right now unless you're doing Marvel movies. So suck it the fuck up and do your job. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And you know what?
Popularity contest. It really is.
And that will be actually a perfect time for us to wrap it up. Mike, man, I can't thank you enough, brother. Man, this has been so much fun. Been looking forward to doing this ever since I asked you to come back. I want to thank the chat for coming out there and keeping it popping tonight. I really appreciate you guys all. Wow, this has been fun. All the new people that came out tonight, Donegal, thank you. Donegal Fishing Tales, thank you so much, man. That's just cool. Hopefully you'll give me a sub. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, everybody. Is there anybody still on?
Yeah.
Listen, everybody hit that subscribe and hit that alert button down below. This is how we support each other in the indie film world, is you subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't hurt anything. And give a like button every now and then. It means the world to creators like us.
Yeah, we really oh, thank you so much. I must have missed that. I mean, I've been sort of offline this month, but thank you so much. Thank you so much too, Michael. I definitely have to go visit some fishing channels. I need fishing channels in my life. Everybody needs a fishing channel.
Look, man, fishing's amazing.
Fishing's are fun. But so Amityville Uprising is going to be out next week, next Tuesday. It'll be dropping at all the brick and mortar stores, Amazon. It'll
be on demand. It'll be Google. It'll be YouTube. It'll be everywhere worldwide. It's a worldwide release. France, Germany, fucking everywhere. This isn't a rollout little bit. This is, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And we encourage you to do it. This is the third movie of the 6. Thomas has got 6 more movies.
This is the third movie of the Amityville series. This There's other movies, but they're not the Amityville series.
Okay, that's
This
right.
is the third of Thomas's Amityville trilogy. There was Amityville
Harvest.
Amityville Harvest with Sadie Katz.
Mm-hmm.
There was with a lot of other great actors. Then there was Amityville Moon. Sherry Davis was in that. And then Amityville Rising. Me, Scott Rowe, Kelly. Oh, I'm gonna miss a bunch of names. Barry Papik. If I forget your name, fuck all you.
Okay,
a cat.
Yeah, you need to get a cheetah.
Yeah. Well, hey, buddy, I'm gonna let you go because I've got to make dinner.
Yeah, no problem, Mike. I will talk to you on the. I'll talk to you on the flip.
I'll hit you up in the next couple of days. Let you know I'm doing good, buddy.
Good. Thanks everybody for showing up. We'll be back tomorrow with Anthony from Fever Dreamland Theater, where we will be talking all things Outer Limits and the Twilight Zone. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow at 8:00. Peace.
Later, brother.